Hey, so we got an anonymous question from our friend who has recently suffered a breakup. Apparently, he and his woman have been dating for several years, and she grew tired of the fact that their relationship wasn't moving forward in the, whatever way she deemed necessary. So has left our friend, right? Now he's devastated. He's still madly in love with this woman and unwilling to just let her go, right? He's asking, how do I win her back? So the very first thing, my friend, that I'd like to draw to your attention, which you probably already recognize, but I want to draw some metaphors between what I'm going to share with you and your current situation. Between men and women, right? Obviously, men have penises, women have vaginas. Those are physical differences. But what you've got to recognize, and nature and God, the universe, is just so freaking brilliant in this way, that the physical manifestation of the man and woman, or everything in nature, also draws conclusions to and points to character differences in both men and women. So briefly, women are like vaginas in their behavior, and men are like penises in their behavior, naturally speaking. Granted that they haven't been stripped of their sexual roles and forced into, strange behaviors that our society kind of like forces us into. But that's neither here nor there. Anyway, the woman in being vagina-like is a bringer in of the environment, right? She's moved by what she can bring in. Does that make sense? The sexual orgasm is a great example of how the physical nature of a man inserts itself into a woman, and she's moved by that. Well, the character outside of the bedroom is very similar for women. The environment is very important to her. And she wants an environment, and she's stimulated by an environment that aggresses towards her. I hope this all makes sense. The environment is everything to women. That's why they decorate. Men don't decorate because our environment doesn't mean anything to us to any great degree. Our environment is on the inside. We build energy from the inside, and we reach out, just like the penis, right? The organism is stimulated, and the body moves out, right? And reaches towards the object of its affection. And that works sexually in the bedroom. The penis reaches out towards the woman, inserts itself, but also in life. A manly man, a man who's fulfilling the male role in nature, is a man that moves forward, that reaches out, that inserts himself into the environment. Remember, the woman brings the environment in, the man inserts himself into the environment. That's manifested as a man who's moving forward in business, in his sport, in school. He's very driven, like the penis is moving out. And a woman is very attracted to, naturally, is very attracted to a man who moves out in his life because he's fulfilling the male role. She and he may not necessarily consciously accept these ideas or even be aware that that's what's animating their behavior and their attraction to one another. But it is very obvious, a man who is successful generally is very attractive to a woman because he's a man that's moving forward. He's male-like. He's representing the penis in all of his life, which is attractive to a woman. If your woman has decided to leave you, there's a good chance that she feels that you are not moving forward, like you described. Things aren't penis enough around you to sexually arouse her or to keep her interested in what's happening with the relationship and in your life. So what do you do about this, right? The very first thing that you've got to do is look to stimulate the power within you first. Right now, you're being like a woman. You're looking for her to come and insert herself into you so that you're happy again. That's very womanlike. Your attitude about her not letting her go is very feminine. And it turns women off when you're like grasping for her to come. That's what the vagina does. So you're being a vagina. What you've got to do is become more penis-like, become more male, so that she will naturally soften and want to receive you. You won't have to go after her too hard because she'll see how manly you are, right? I hope you're following these metaphors. The way you do that is to find something outside of the relationship with her to drive towards. Go and fuck life, if that makes sense. And when I say fuck, I don't mean ruin it, like screw it up. I mean go after it, insert yourself into life. Find something that you can move towards with all of your energy. You've got to be stimulated inside in order to move out. You've got to look at different realms of science, different realms of art, different sports, different business opportunities. Find something that you can attach yourself to and reach out into and move forward in life, okay? So the way I do it is through weight training. That's one of the things that I've always done. I move forward into the weight training realm. I bodybuild and I strength train. This is one area where you can fully immerse yourself in the moving forward of exercise, building of muscle, building of strength. She's going to see this, right? Granted that she's still in your environment, because it may be time for you to move on, because you're going to find that as you become more male, maybe she's not fulfilling the vagina part enough for you, and it just wasn't working out. A lot of women that are almost too penis. They've got too much reaching out quality that it's incompatible with penis. Penis and penis, unless you're homosexual, and that's a totally different story, don't work well together. Opposites. You need negative and positive poles. So, go and find something that you can reach out into. Start building a new business. Learn how to speak a new language. Take up an art. So learn how to play the guitar. Learn how to play the piano. Start sculpting. Do something that you can insert yourself into, and you will draw the feminine towards you. I hope this all makes sense. It all sounds very poetic and metaphorical, but you've got to see that these contrasts, these connections are obvious. They're relevant and obvious, and they point to how we are to proceed in life, especially as it relates to the opposite sex. Great book for you. I'll give you a good resource where he talks a lot about what I just described. Is David Dida, The Way of the Superior Man. Every man needs to read this book. It's all about penis and vagina contrast, and how the penis and the vagina are metaphors. Well, I used a lot of my own ideas, but he's shed light on the idea for me that the penis and the vagina are metaphors for what's happening character-wise for men and women. Hope that's helpful, dude. Good luck. Grow a dick and go fuck life.
Elliot said, what?